Hi everyone, I am Muthumari, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, the Standard Fireworks Rajaratnam College for Women, Sivakasi. Today we discuss about the course code 23 GADS 51 Industrial Relation. These are the course outcomes of Industrial Relation subject. Now we go for the meaning of Industrial Relation. Industrial Relation refers to the relationship between employers and workers whether at the national, regional or company level. It encompasses all interaction related to social and economic issues including wage determination, working hours and working condition. Now we see about the approaches to industrial relation. We have a 5 approach for this following. Ever since industrial revolution, various lines of thought concerning industrial relation have developed. People belonging to different walks of life have tried to explain industrial conflict in their own ways. So that now we see about the first thing is psychological approach. Accordingly, the psychologists difference in the perception of employers and workers give problems of industrial relation. The two parties' views, interpretation, situations, issues are different. So the industrial conflict also incurred. Employers and employee consider each other less appreciative of the other position and less dependable than himself. Similarly, the perception of trade union also different from those of employers association. In addition, dissatisfaction with pay, working condition, nature of job, caution, frustration, aggressiveness of the workers. So these in turn lead to strike, boycott, works to rule. Like these are the things happen in employees side. Similarly, employers resort to lockout and other forms of protect on account of frustration over market condition. So government policies and other constraints also happen in psychological approach. Next one is sociological approach. For this, industry is a part of society and it is a community made up of individuals and groups in a different family background, educational level, personalities, emotions, likes and dislikes. These differences, individual attitude and behavior create problems of conflict for cooperation in industry. The value system, customs, status symbol and institutions of the society in which industrial functions affect relation between the parties involved. Urbanization, housing and transportation problem in industrial areas, disintegration of joint family system and other social problems cause stress and strains among workers. The social and cultural changes shape behavioral pattern and cause adjustments in industrial relation. So there cannot be harmony and peace in industry when the society is in tumult. These are the things involved in sociological approach. Next one is human relations approach. Industry consists of living human beings who want freedom of thought, expression, control over their lives. When employers treat workers as inanimate objects and encroach upon their interests and desires, conflicts and disputes. Workers want security of service, good pay and working conditions, recognition for job well done. So opportunity to participate in decision making also. Employer must understand the need, attitude and aspiration of workers. So human relation approach explains the behavior of individuals and groups at work and help in modifying or utilizing behavior towards the achievement of organizational objective. If management and labor both understanding and apply human relation approach to their mutual relation, industrial conflict can be minimalized. Human relation approach interdisciplinary in nature because knowledge drawn from several disciplines like psychology, sociology, anthropology, economics and political science. Next one is Giri approach. For this, the collective and mutual negotiations between management and labor should be used to settle industrial disputes. For that, the suggestions given by bipartial machinery in every industry and every unit of the industry to settle differences from time to time with active encouragement of government. Outside interference should not encroach upon industrial peace. Giri's stress was on voluntary effort to the management and the trade union to wind up their differences through voluntary arbitration. So it against compulsory adjudication which cut the very root of the trade union movement. They advocated collective bargaining, securing industrial peace. For this Giri approach, the industrial relation implies the encouragement of mutual settlement of disputes, collective bargaining and voluntary arbitration. The essence of this approach is internal settlement in preference to compulsion from outside and voluntary arbitration and a collective bargaining rather than compulsory arbitration. Next one is Gandhian approach. Gandhian approach of industrial relation based on fundamental principle of truth, non-violence and non-possession. If the employers follow the principle of trusteeship, there is no scope for conflict interest between labor and worker. Labor and employers. Workers can use non-cooperation, that is satyagraha, to have their grievances redressed. Gandhiji accepted the workers' right to go on strike, but they should exercise this right in the peaceful and non-violent manner. Workers should resort to strike for just cause, and after the employers fail to respond to their normal appeals. Gandhiji suggests that in pursuit of resolving disputes, the following guidelines should be observed. First one is workers should avoid forming union in philanthropic organizations. Workers should seek redressal of their reasonable demand only through collective action. They should avoid strikes as far as possible in industries of essential service. Workers should resort to strike only as a last resort after all the legitimate measures have failed. If they have to organize a strike, trade union should seek by bylaw authority from all workers to do so. Use non-violent method and remain peaceful. When direct settlement fails, workers should as far as possible take recourse to voluntary arbitration. We conclude this, understanding these approaches is crucial for fostering positive and productive industrial relation. Thank you for watching. We will meet the next video.